In the search for sailing routes between Europe and Asia, the American continent had long presented an obstacle. Sailing around South America through the Strait of Magellan proved to be too long a journey, and the Panama Canal was not built until the 20th century. It had been suspected that sailing around the continent was possible in the north, and that a shorter route could be found between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. In 1744, the British Royal Navy offered a reward to the discoverer of the mysterious route, commonly referred to as the legendary Northwest Passage. During the following 150 years, many ships attempted to find the ideal sailing route through the northern archipelago, but nearly all of them were forced to retreat due to the icy, frozen conditions, which also claimed many lives. The sea captain Sir John Franklin, who came from a wealthy aristocratic family, ventured upon an expedition. After all, finding the Northwest Passage was a question of prestige for every explorer and adventurer. He sailed with a crew of 134 in May 1845. The Arctic cold proved even more severe than the crew ever expected. 2 years passed without news of their fate. Sir John's wife, Lady Jane Franklin, organized and financed rescue expeditions into the icy Arctic world in the hope of finding her husband. The Royal Navy also backed these missions. More than 30 such expeditions left to search for the lost crew on land and sea, mapping the entire icy archipelago in the process. 10 years passed when the explorer John Ray, while bartering with local Inuits, spotted Franklin's silver spoon and fork in their possession. He immediately questioned the Inuits, who told him the story of a group of whites who had starved to death. In September 1846, both ships of the Franklin expedition had been trapped in the ice near King William Island and resisted every attempt to free them. They had been hoping in vain for a rescue team to find and save them. They all suffered from fatigue and scurvy, and many frozen limbs had to be amputated. They had not only run out of food, but also suffered from lead poisoning, because in those days tinned food was made by using lead to close the metal cans, and it often contaminated the food itself. After a year and a half's worth of suffering, 2/3 of the crew, including the captain, died. Then, the 40 survivors set off on foot southwards. Since they had long run out of food, they attempted to eat their own leather clothes and the soles of their shoes. They even resorted to cannibalism when any of them died during the journey. Tragically, their suffering was all in vain. Months turned into years, but all of them died before they could reach even the most northerly settlement inhabited by native Inuits. The Northwest Passage was eventually discovered in 1906 by Roald Amundsen, who was also the first person to reach the South Pole later. In the 20th century, many icebreakers passed through this route. The summer of 2007 was the first period when, due to global warming, the ice melted completely over the entire